Okay, now I'm going to name 5 countries, and I want you to tell me which one of these countries you think people have the best chance of becoming rich. Okay, so this is how to go from rags to riches. So which of these countries you think you have a better chance of being rich in? You know, and coming from nowhere. If you're already rich, you know, we're not talking to you. Okay. Country number 1, Great Britain. Country number 2, Germany. Country number 3, Japan, Canada, or the USA. So which of those countries do you think you have a better opportunity to become rich in than all of the others? That's Britain, Germany, Japan, Canada, or the United States. Okay? You got your answers? Okay. Now here's the list. Okay, take a look at this list. Okay. Britain is the worst. You have the worst chance of becoming rich. Second worst is USA. That's it. You know, the old American dream country. We rank the second worst in being able to go from rags to riches. I mean, this is all data that, you know, these eggheads, you know, keep track of. And there's a couple of places that this data is available that they track it. You know, whether the bottom part of the when you're born poor, your chances of, you know, like dying rich, you know, or just staying poor. So the second worst is the U.S. Okay, now if you go back and look at the best countries are Denmark, number 1. Man, I just talked to a couple of people, entrepreneurs in Denmark. Man, they're really hot for entrepreneuring there. Norway, Finland, Canada, look at it, almost at twice the better rate than we are of becoming rich if you don't start rich. Yeah? And then Australia, Sweden, Japan is better than us. Spain is better than us. God, I thought their economy's in the toilet. Germany's better than us. Switzerland better than us. France! Wow, we make fun of France for all their bureaucracies. And look, you have a better chance of being born poor and winding up rich in France than you do in the United States. Now that's just un-American to me, but it's reality. I mean, this is data. So, I mean, it really shows, I think, that you know, the income inequality and things like that that's been happening in the last 20 or 30 years in this country is really having an effect. And we have to do something and get, you know, there's a lot of potential answers and who the heck knows, but we can't keep doing what we're doing, that's for sure. Now here's another thing. How about in the United States, which cities do you have a better chance of starting out poor? You go to the city with no money and you start your life that way, but you end up rich. Look at the 10 best. Top of the list, San Jose. Do you know the way to San Jose? That's Silicon Valley. Of course, people go there with nothing. San Francisco, same way. You know, that's where it's at. Washington, D.C. That's right, this is where I live. I mean, it's a really hub for entrepreneuring and technology and things like this because the government uses so much. Seattle, Washington, that's another place where you can go poor and wind up being rich. Okay, then Salt Lake City, New York City, Boston, San Diego, Newark, and Manchester, New Hampshire. Okay, here's the worst cities, the bottom of the list. Charlotte, North Carolina. And I thought that was a pretty cool city. And then Milwaukee, second worst. Atlanta. Yeah, I thought that was a hip city too, but apparently in these cities, when you start poor in life, you're going to wind up still poor. Yeah. And that's what this data is showing. Then there's Dayton, Indianapolis, Columbus, Jacksonville, Florida, Raleigh, St. Louis, and Cleveland. A lot of them are the Rust Belt, you know, that these a lot of these economies in these cities really haven't recovered. So it's just real data. You know, it's just we all fight the individual wars every day trying to get ahead, but to try to look at a macro level and what's going on, particularly comparing ourselves to other countries. If we're not creating opportunities for people, then we don't give people incentive to do things.